Hey guys, how's it going? Jason Sentinel here. Welcome back to the channel where today I'm super proud to share a deck with you guys. This is Yasuo LEONA, obviously with the continuation of the Yasuo train on this channel, but the cool part of this deck is that I think it's actually really good. Over the course of like a 5 hour long stream, we ended up going 17-9 with this deck in Masters. That's a whopping 63% win rate with the deck, which, would land it in like a higher tier 2, tier 1 sort of scenario. But obviously, very small sample size, but nonetheless, super excited to get to share with you guys because I think the deck itself is really intricate and unique. So I wanted to make a deck guide fleshed out for you guys, and if anyone wants you to play it, it's out here for you guys. I'll have some games for you later, but let's jump right into it. I've got a lot to unpack here. So let's start with the deck list. This is a Yasuo LEONA deck, so most of the deck is focused around this mid-range Daybreak package. We do have a lot of cards like the Shield Bearer, the Sunhawk, the Priestess, the Sunforger, and Raven as our core Daybreak cards. We also have a one of Sunburst in there just as a little bit of extra removal. And of course, from the Yasuo side, we do have 3 Concussive Palms, but here's where things get really interesting. We have 2 Infinite Mind Splitters and 2 Mina Swiftfoots, as well as 1 Singular Will. Boy, are these cards spicy. I'll talk a little bit about each of these cards later on, but overall, the general package of the target Yasuo is there, and then we have a bunch of spells to synergize with, as well as just keep our units alive, because our champions are actually really key within this deck. We have the 3 copies of Twin Disciplines, some Pale Cascades, as well as a Spirit's Refuge to act as a little bit of heal as well. 2 cards that I've been really enjoying just putting into Ionia decks recently have been Greenglade Lookout and Scattered Pod. I think Scattered Pod is insane, of course, just because of its ability to tutor out a specific card you want. Especially within this deck, Burst Speed is going to be a buff card, Slow Speed is either going to be Sunburst or Singular Will, and then Fast Speed is either Palm or Deny. There's very limited spells in the pool, and it makes your Scatter Pod a lot more consistent. Greenglade Lookout, on the other hand, is such a dominating card that hasn't really seen much play recently, but with cards like Twin and Pale to protect it, you can often get in 1 or 2 hits with it and help to discount your cards like Mina or Mind Splitter. And if these cards come down early, they can be very powerful, and your opponent may not expect them either. So we'll break down each one little bit by little bit. Starting with the Daybreak package. Now, of course, LEONA would be the Daybreak champion, but I think that this package revolves around Raven Daylight Spear. To anyone unfamiliar with what it does, is Daybreak, it creates a random Daybreak card in hand, and it makes your Daybreak cards playable at any moment in time, and you'll always get the Daybreak effect off. So what happens is after you play Raven onto the board, you can start chaining Daybreaks, and especially with a level LEONA on the board, you can get multiple stuns and multiple procs per turn. In conjunction with cards like Morning's Light off of LEONA or randomly generated from Raven, it's just a really good way to cycle through your deck, get a lot of bit of value, as well as just stunning and helping progress towards your Yasuo win condition. Having the flexibility to Daybreak at any time allows us to play cards like Priestess and Sunhawk just at any moment in time to help smoothen out our curves or anything like that. And the mid-range package is just very highly statted cards and can help you chunk down the early game and mid-game really efficiently. Moving on to the Yasuo stun package, of course, we have a couple of Daybreak cards such as the Sunhawk as well as LEONA that can help us stun units. These are pretty core, not only because they provide a stun, but also a body on board in order to help block. But otherwise, we have cards like Concussive Palm, Infinite Mind Splitters, Mina Swiftfoot, and Singular Will. Now, what happens with cards like Mina or Singular Will later on once we have Yasuo leveled, because Yasuo's power level really spikes after he hits that level up, is that suddenly now we're just Mina's like a 9 mana 7/6 quick attack and kill 3 units. Singular Will is a reset the board and kill all of your opponent's units. I think Singular Will also has a really unique spot in this deck, because now you can bounce your Daybreak cards like your Solari Priestess, your Sunhawks, your Concussive Palms, and just get more value out of them. And I think a deck like this really likes having one singular will. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the playstyle of this deck, and because I think it's a little bit easy to get baited into one particular strategy being Yasuo. I think that Yasuo in this deck is definitely more of a win condition, which is actually really unique, because in most decks, Yasuo is more of a means to an end, or a win more, rather than a win condition himself. But I think in this deck, he's actually well positioned to act as a closer. And what do I really mean by that? So with the Daybreak package, we have a good curve, we have beefy units, we can help get a good amount of early game stall. This helps us get our Daybreak outs and work towards leveling Leona while also getting a few stuns in the early game. Then we have our big cards like Mind Splitter and Singular Will. These will just help lock down the board and just really help level up Yasuo. So that by the time we play Yasuo, he's going to be leveled. Instead of dealing 2 damage, between like turns 5 and 6, suddenly comes down much later, but he becomes a lot more impactful, and that's when we have cards like Mina Swiftfoot, the Singular Will, and even the Mind Splitter that was locking on the board, now is just helping you remove 2 units from your opponent's side. And Yasuo can just help close out games with the LEONA Raven package as well, getting multiple stuns down on the same turn, clearing your opponent's board, and just opening it up for a very wide swing. So let's talk a little bit about the mulligan in this deck. Obviously, you want to curve out as best as you can. Because our deck doesn't naturally run any 1-drops, we do rely on our 2-drops to help us stabilize and act as a little bit of an early blocker. So cards like Greenglade Lookout, Solaris Sunhawk are very, very key, as well as the fact that Greenglade Lookout can just help us discount some of our more expensive cards. Leona is probably good enough to keep in the mulligan. This one I'm a little bit uncertain about, but our champions are so key within this deck that I think it's fine to see Leona in the mulligan and just keep it. Towards our situational keeps, these are definitely geared towards different matchups, but as the matchups become slower, our mulligans can start becoming greedier. And these are where Solari Priestess, Raven, and even like Infinite Mind Splitter, if you have Greenglade Lookout in your hand, can suddenly become really, really powerful tools to help you get through that mid game and transition to that late game with enough value. Unfortunately, I will think that Yasuo is generally a bait keep in this deck. Playing Yasuo on 4 just doesn't generally have much impact. The stuns early on don't do too much. Of course, you'll have situations where you just draw into Yasuo, you have nothing better to do, and you play it. Or sometimes it will just kill 1 or 2 units combined with like a Sunhawk. But generally, I think Yasuo is a lot better after he's leveled up, especially within this deck. And then for a similar vein, Spirit's Refuge. This is mostly seen as an anti-aggro card rather than anything like a barrier card to protect a unit or like a combat trick. But there's just going to be better anti-aggro cards in our decks, such as our 2-drops. And of course, if we just don't draw a unit early on, then Spirit's Refuge just doesn't get any value at all. And I think this card is just a much better situational card that we're happy to see later on, or we just draw off a pod. And then finally, some cards that usually aren't good enough to keep are cards like Concussive Palm. Again, we'd rather have like a card like Sunhawk or Greenglade Lookout for the same reason. In a mid-range matchup, we also do have cards like Leona that factor in or that work in a very similar fashion, and generally have a little bit more flexibility. Whereas we may want to save Palm in certain instances where we need that fast speed response. Hail Cascade surprisingly doesn't see that good of performance if we keep it in our hands. If we miss our 2-drop, Hail Cascade often sits dead, and even if we hit our 2-drop, we're not activating Hail Cascade unless we're playing our 2-drop on turn 3. So this card's often a little bit awkward, but it's good later on just to get that value trade going through. And then the last card here is Solari Sunforger. This card's just a little bit weak, again, in aggro matchups to do on our 2-drop, so keeping a 4-drop in hand just doesn't seem as good. We also don't have the strike spells to capitalize on his Light's Field effect, and so often or not, sometimes he doesn't even get to connect. So this card's probably just not good enough. But with that all said and done, I do have 3 really cool games that I want to showcase for you guys. Because this deck's honestly really, really cool. I think it's definitely a lot more interesting and nuanced than a Daybreak mid-range kind of deck gives out, and I want to showcase especially Yasuo just being an absolute beast within these 3 games. So I'll leave it to you there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, subscribe if you do. Tell me if you want to see a little bit more Yasuo. I think there will be maybe 1 or 2 more videos of this. But without further ado, thank you guys for watching, and I'll leave you with the games. Peace out. I didn't realize it was 8 damage either. Was it 8 damage? Yeah, I thought it'd only be like 4 damage, but just didn't know how the interaction works. If I just kept up deny, I just would have won, but unfortunately I didn't. So you got me, buddy. That was only dealing 6. 6 would be logical. I was thinking 4, but that wouldn't be like thinking properly. He thought it'd be 6 too. Oh, it's 6 lethal as well. Was that 5? Oh. That's a really cool combo. I was gonna flip the Zoe and then I had like a Trickster for elusive, but I kinda greeted a little bit. Sickle still lethal? Oh darn. Take the high ground. Oh, I forgot about your deck. I'll take a look afterwards. Bane was taken. Thanks so much for following, my friend. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome to the stream. We're just messing around with a little bit of Yasuo. This time around. Today, around with Targan. We'll see how it goes. I don't suspect this to be the best matchup. I think their mid-range style of gameplay might be a little bit fast. And just like if they like freeze down, it's kind of unfortunate for us. Unyielding light. Nice. There's no Leona, just kind of unfortunate. Like Leona actually like kind of carries her package. Like without Leona, her package feels really bad, and her package just doesn't feel very good either. I think like it's so weird how important Leona is for like mid daybreak. I just didn't realize how like strong she was, or like how necessary she was rather. Maybe it was supposed to be written just to find like a champion, just because of how important they are. But right now I don't really have a way of interacting with this board. Not that this deck does have a really good way of interacting with this board either. If he develops, I gotta play like Solari, and that's pretty good. Gotta block Ashe. Okay. Means I can't play Raven, but means I could just Falling Comet. I don't hate it. Leona's underrated. I think Leona's like okay. She's definitely not great, but I do agree that it's not like completely terrible. Should I kill here or this? Kind of interesting for him to trade down so aggressively. Ooh, that's a really good draw. So I can go Eclipse into Mind Splitter. That's gonna be strong. No shoes, what's up, man? Thanks so much for the follow. So now he's tapped under. Oh, I guess like he could have Brittle, but that's about it. Leaving this to be a pretty free attack. I'm actually surprised by how strong just a 5-6 body is. Like I thought Raven's buff was pretty unsubstantial, but the more I actually like experience it, it's actually not that bad. I actually do want to Nightfall this, huh? But I think I just need to play it for board. Like, what else am I doing this turn if I'm not playing this? I could, like, Hush plus Pale. It's unfortunate I don't get the Nightfall effect, but I think anything else is a little bit greedy. And, like, it's having a hard time attacking with his stats into mine. Like, what does he do? Like, he Troll Chants here just to save too? Like, he has to Troll Chant this way, and then everything stays alive, right? And that's not, like, superb for him either. Sure, it levels LeBlanc, I guess. I can singular will for my value back, which is kind of funny. So the issue of playing this is into like a calling strike where I don't have deny up, which can be a little bit scary. I could just play like Scattered Pod instead this turn and then go into Mind Splitter turn next turn. I could just pass here as well, see what he wants to do. When he taps under like 5 or 6 mana, this Mind Splitter just like steals the board, right? That's annoying, he's just soft passing. I probably need to respect that. You have Hush for calling. Ooh, that's smart. Thanks, Zorig. Knew I could count on you. I would have liked to stun that, but we can't be that choosy. This is still kind of obnoxious. We're at 20, of course, so we can't be dying. He has a hard time attacking with Ashe, because I can also just Hush block the freeze. What if I were to... Because now he can't, like, freeze calling, right? And not that it does much. Like, I just, you know, just casual... Just obliterate all these cards. It's not bad. The question is, do I want to send back the Mind Splitter? Like, I could keep Raven, just so I could, like, you know, replay things. And, like, I don't hate. I think, like, keeping one of... Ugh. But, like, this has 8/8 of stats. It just, like, contests the board, and... Oh, man. I think I have to keep Mind Splitter. I think there's no question. And he just loses everything here. Just obliterates them. Oh, his life savings. So I think, I'm pretty sure this still goes off even if the target dies. It doesn't, like, fizzle. This card doesn't fizzle. He's brittling just for an Enraged Yeti. So he trades a brittle for a 5/5. I think that's a pretty fair trade. So like the 8/8 body, I agree. So he trades a Troll Champ for a 5/5. I don't agree with that. I agree with the brittle, like the 1 mana 5/5. But saving the Hearthguard, now we're walking to like weird territory. Like, when are you ever gonna replay these cards? Oh my god. I just go double Raven, right? And then... So I could go Pod, but that just like screws up my curve. I just double Raven and find cards to curve with, right? Like, he just can't deal with this, like, these stat lines, right? As long as I, like, play around some weird sort of, like, Reckoning, which, again, is super difficult given the fact that all my units are so beefy. Like, I'm just gonna swing here, see what's up. He's forced to block now. And, like, these blocks just kind of suck for him. Sure. And then I can just play another Raven if I want. Yep. Oh, we're rich boys. Dude, this guy's still drawing cards after I obliterate his entire hand. This guy's out for it, dude. So much freaking value here. Oh, LEONA! Oh, this game's over. If I LEONA, I can't Eclipse. But there's so much value already. I think it's smart just like keep up deny these turns, just in case there's some weird blowout. But like, he's already down 2 Ashes. we need to have like Ashe's Arrow plus Reckoning to ever come back, and that's just like not on the agenda. Sage. Okay. Didn't quite see that coming. Well, now I just want to find Yasuo, right? This is a 6/6. This is a 7/7 Yasuo? A 3 mana 7/7 Yasuo? What are you doing? Calling. Okay, I want to save Leona. I think denies less useful. Yasuo strikes? Oh yeah, Yasuo's just gonna start clearing up board. Unfortunately, we can't play it with anything. Like, we might just like Mind Splitter first. It's kind of awkward. What is this attack? His Sage is like a little bit of a stat stick. I guess I can just like infinite Mind Splitter it and just like move on with my life. What do I do here? I just pass. We're kind of chilling, no? I think we play Eclipse Dragon this turn, and then we Written in the Stars Mind Splitter next turn. So I just perma-stun that. Yeah, it's just like a little bit awkward. I don't want to walk into like another Calling Strike. So I want to try to like play carefully, but like also try to gain advantage. Like I'm winning this game, right? It's just like a matter of how we want to play it out, by when we can win, and how can we not accidentally lose. Okay. Oh. But that's a small. I don't want small Yasuo. I don't want that either. Ooh, so I can't let this go through. I could hush it, so it's not like the end of the world. I can just like Mind Splitter it like these guys, and then I have a hush, so I can't like really lose anything. And then I drop Yasuo and try to win the game. So let's say he like Flash Freeze Brittles. I lose. Well, I have hush, so I don't lose. But it is quite obnoxious. So I can play Eclipse Dragon this turn, and then Mind Splitter Yasuo next turn. The only issue is I don't get a Written in the Stars, but I think that's fine. I think we just need to try to make sure we don't die. Interesting attack. I will just offer trades up. I can actually just play Written in the Stars this turn. If he has like a freeze here, that's like whatever, right? Because then I'm gonna Mind Splitter these guys. Sure. That's a really expensive freeze. Well, actually, like, not removing Ashe is a little bit awkward. But, like, if he has no units with Overwhelm, and my board just, like, infinitely wider than his, shouldn't be a problem. Like, I could just Hush here to offer the trade. But that's no fun, right? Yasuo! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about. 7/7 Yasuo. Oh my god, his board is huge! This is so hilarious. This is actually Oh, I thought he milled that card for some reason. The issue is, these guys have, like, no health, right? Like, these guys are gonna get, like, Crystal. It's gonna Crystal Arrow this turn? Oh, this is smart because it freezes Yasuo. Like, we just don't have to stun this turn, right? Like, he'd have to have, like, a rally. Which, you know, it's not, like, out of his realm. So, like, oh, Crystal Arrow Reckoning? But we have Deny. Like, we just pass. Sure, like, you got it, buddy. If you wanna Reckoning us, we have Deny. And we shouldn't be losing to like a random open attack with Harsh Winds, I think. Hearthstone combo. This is like pretty old school, right? Unfortunately, we are unable to play Mind Splitter, but we can just like drop Eclipse Dragon, right? If he has third Culling Strike, so be it. We have a second Yasuo, worst comes to worst. I guess that's a slight issue.
Right where I want you.
Where the Frostbite board come from? He played Ashe's Arrow. Are we losing? We might lose. We have a Hush, so I don't think we actually lose, but like this is kind of funny. This game has gone on quite long. Like, we'll just Hush Ashe and we can't really lose. Like, Yasuo dealing 7 damage to the palm is going to be really strong once I start dishing it out. Like the Steel Tempest, this Concussive Palm, Hush. We have a lot going on for us. As long as he doesn't, like, Harsh Winds us first. Sure. Acceptable. Hope you brought friends. Yep, looks fine. So he has to freeze. Reason Yasuo gives up Ashe? I don't think I mind. I could Hush Yasuo to like kill this and kill this. Troll Champ? Sure. Yeah, like I could Hush Yasuo. I'm just thinking, is that the best line? And I think that's fine. I don't get to play Mind Splitter. And then he can't Culling Strike my Yasuo. Oh, don't Hush, won't strike? That's hilarious. You're right, you're right. Oh, god, that's so funny. Wow, you guys are so smart. It works? I am skeptical to believe that. The issue is we still can't play Mind Splitter, right? So like we just Hush Ashe to kill it. Like this is their last Ashe. Like he's forced to spend more resources on it, right? Worst case scenario, he has a rally and I stun. If he has third, like, Culling Strike on my Yasuo, that's the worst case scenario. Just because then I'm actually running out of, like, win conditions. I will test to see if that works. I am very hesitant to believe so. He only has 3 cards? Sure, I'm just like, it's less about, like, what he has, and more about how could we ever lose this game, right? And the way we lose this game is like some random Culling Strike rally. Oh Jesus, another Reckoning. Uh-oh. So that's like slightly unfortunate. We're going to Mind Splitter these two. He has no more Ashes. He's top decking cards. What are we safe to play? We just play this, we play this next turn. We'd also play Three Sisters now, play this next turn. We can also just play Three Sisters this... No, we can't. Let's just play Three Sisters, and then we just play Mind Splitter. He's out of rec... He doesn't have Culling... Or, well, we don't know if he doesn't have Culling Strike. But having Freeze plus Reckoning again, it's gonna be sad. That's not Three Sisters, just 2. Jesus Christ, you guys.
Victory requires a sharp blade. It is time.
It is time. They are 3. Three Sisters are... I guess they're not sisters. because the sisters were much older back then, right? They're just coming from the three families are the sisters. It's Sejuani, Ashe, and why am I forgetting? Who's the third? Sejuani, Ashe, and Lissandra. Right. Lissandra's just like Lissandra's the OG, but then like the other two are just descendants. No. No. Yes. No.
Classic misdirection.
Alright, I think we're chilling. Oh god, please. There's no way, right? So I have 10 men. I can draw. This is fine, because I draw twin disciplines here. And then I have twin pale. Easy. We beat Culling Strike. If you top that Culling Strike. This guy's everything. It's actually kind of crazy. I think that Alvarosa is a precursor to Ashe. Oh wow, you guys are some lore hounds over here, huh? I'm not even sure I know the originals. I kind of know like Lissandra's story. She like murdered them, right? Something like that. I don't know if she murdered them. Maybe that's not factual. Leona. Thoughts on the reveal so far? I'm really excited for Kennen and just what Ari has for us, which I assume Ari is coming out. But the Targon cards so far, at least like the overall Pantheon package, it's definitely a little bit more vanilla. Yeah, there's not like too much that like really excites me from that side of things. But overall, I'm pretty happy with like some of the cards that are coming out. Definitely more excited for Kennen than anything. But the cards do look pretty strong, so hopefully there's going to be some shift in the meta or some new decks that rise out of it. So really happy to look forward to that. Jagged Butcher. So hopefully it doesn't like open attack here. And I get to play Slary Shield Bear. That was slightly unfortunate. Take the high ground. I love this card so much. I think this card's insane. I've said that how many times? I think I just need to find my champions. This deck is quite champion focused. Make a ring. Okay. I could pale as well. I think I will, just because I'm not doing anything with my turn. If he wants to harpoon me, that doesn't really kill it. And then it still trades anyway here. It's not like ideal or anything, but getting Valley out of this could be pretty strong. Just like getting this down to 4 mana. What was I gonna do? Like Rin the Stars this turn? I mean, it's not bad, but it's not good either. Passing on turn 4 like that, huh? I just get my discount done. I'm looking for Sunburst or Singular Will. Both of those are pretty good. I did want to put in a second Sunburst. I think Sunburst could be a pretty good card. Especially against like Plunder, right? So like, what's he gonna do? He's like play Sejuani here. He doesn't have Gangplank. Or at least I assume he doesn't. He doesn't have any champion. And now I can just play Written in Stars this turn. Yasuo's not. Oh. I was like, Yasuo's leveled up, but no. He has 0 stuns. Nada. Absolutely none. I guess like Singular will just like automatically level up Yasuo. But we don't hit it. Okay. It's a good card. Just heal a little bit healthier is really good. I have Deny for Field Rush if he has it. I can Twin Disciplines a Harpoon. If Dreadway comes down on turn 8, that's a little bit scary. Oh, what a snipe. I don't really care if he trades this down. I do care if he harpoons it though, because I need the healing. Yep. Just gonna harpoon this instead. I'll probably save it if he tries to harpoon it. Okay, nice. Worst case scenario is he has like Gangplank open attack, then I don't want to develop like Greenblade. We didn't have it last turn. Interesting. Definitely interesting. Sure. Okay, okay. So now he can't like Gangplank an attack, and then I have a stun for any development he has. Without Yasuo, it's gonna be a little bit hard to remove units from his board. And I is okay, I guess. Like, I want the Singular will this pod and then try to find an answer for something. But again, I'm like, I needed this to be Yasuo, I think. Right now, it's looking a little bit tough to get anything done, unless we find like Raven. Like, there's gonna be some cards in our deck that actually do things, but right now, it's not really happening. Yep.
The winter's claw endures. Pain is nothing. The power of
Yo, V Roxy, what's up? Thanks so much for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Welcome, welcome. I just don't really know what's going on here. Like, I can deny a Field Rush, which I hope that he has. I can try to single wheel something and try to reset board. I could, like, aggressively twin this just to trade down, but I don't think that's worth. Like, I'm kind of confused on what I'm supposed to do here. Oh, that's a superb card. That's really good. It's very difficult for him to deal with this, and I can just like stall out the game for like ever, right? If he plays both champions and I stun them both, like what does he do? Like realistically, what does he do? Like how does he like he can no longer play any more champions after that? And then if I just maintain this alive, I just like stall until I find Yasuo and eventually win, right? Yo, Saber H95 with the follow. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. This card's really good. If he plays Gangplank, he like... It's like an almost stalemate. No Field Rush, potentially. More development punishes. I do have Deny for Field Rush.
bristle. Attack.
Okay.
Face my shield.
I kind of like having Leona around. I'm still unsure of what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Like, I'll just threaten him with the Scattered Pod for a couple turns. So here's a setup, right? He's gonna play Gangplank, I'm gonna try to infinite mind splitter both his champs. The issue is Dreadway, right? He's gonna start firing off harpoons, and it's kind of hard to deal with. The question is, do I go for it this turn? And I think I need to be able to stun Gangplank.
There's only one true light.
That's a really good draw. So I'm gonna do something like this. He might just take this. He might cast a card of freeze. But then he's gonna play Gangplank, and I'm gonna freeze both champions. Oh, perfect. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Exactly what we're looking to do here. And now he plays Gangplank. He can't resist playing Gangplank and open attacking. It's like way too juicy. There's like zero reason to pass. If he passes, he's like sniping.
Let's get it, crew.
I think if he passes, he's just like literally sniping. That's the only explanation. I'll give him the sad Poro. I'll even give him the sad Poro.
Behold the sun's holy light.
There's no realistic way he knows that I run Mind Splitter in my deck. And he shouldn't even try to develop, because like if you develop gameplay next turn, I could play like Sunhawk, right? And just stun both champions as well. Like there's no what? This guy's actually mad. Do I just single roll next turn if he plays Gangplank? That seems pretty good. I don't know, man. That's a little bit sus. Single roll, no, I need a single roll next turn. I could single roll now. It's not bad. I actually don't hate that. I think you're right. That's not bad.
Quite well to plan us along.
He loses... He doesn't lose Dreadway. He can't harpoon me. I like this, I think. Because if he whatever he develops, he gets stunned. And I still have Mind Splitter, right? So at some point in time, he's going to develop like two things. They can return left from right. Yeah, I know. I know how it works. I've played it a few times. But I appreciate it. And then if he ever gets in a position where he has two champs on board, I just have Mind Splitter. Because like now he realistically can't play Dreadway anytime, just because he needs to play his champions to close the game. He's gonna be stunned out of the game forever. Oh my god. That's hilarious. Yep, there's the Gangplank. Uh-huh. And now I stun Gangplank. And then I can just play Pod. I probably didn't have to play Sunhawk, I could just play Shield Bearer there. Yasuo bottom 3, yeah, he's just not been carrying his weight recently. It's kind of obnoxious. But this is hilarious. This game so far has just been hilarious from start to finish. I love this. This matchup's great. Ionia into like Plunder is always great, just because like you recall their champions every time. Hurley phase? I guess he wants to play Merchant. Oh god, if he steals like my Mind Splitter, that's not happy, huh? I want to find my Sunburst. It's fine. He's gonna play Sej next turn. And then again, we finally Mind Splitter him. And then once he plays Dreadway, we just Sunburst it. Like, this is like... This is kind of like checkmate. Not really, but kind of. Just because he's put in such an awkward spot, right? And I just force like a 2-turn lethal. Sort of. Now let's set Juani's on the board. I feel pretty comfortable attacking with Leona. No way this could go on. Yep, of course. Never heard that line before. And even if he plays like stuff, I have Mean as well. Like, I feel like it's just like no way out of this. Like he's forced to play Sejuani. Or not. How goes the stream? The stream's going good. Been enjoying it. Like, this doesn't matter, right? No, it does. It does. He's still gonna develop next turn, and I just have, like, Palm and stuns and stuff. Like, he's going to be forced to play the Sejuani. I just play Raven and Sunburst. I shouldn't have played this when he played the Gangplank. I should have just played this. Because this could have stunned 2, and that would have been a lot more valuable. I think it's still kind of hard to die here. I just play Raven into Sunburst. And then he finally plays Sedge. I stun Gangplank. And then I finally Mind Splitter him. Or I could just Mina. If he plays Sedge, I just Mina him and I win as well. Maybe I don't even need to kill Dreadway. He's gonna win by warning shots? Please. Oh, Sunburst, let's go! If we had Yasuo, he just would have won like 5 turns ago. So that part's a little bit frustrating, not gonna lie. Do I care? No, I care. If he open attacks, I could get screwed. I do care about this one. Because now he's forced to play Sejuani. And then I just send them back and I win. Like, if he plays Sejuani, he can't replay these guys ever again. So I just win next turn. I win next turn. It's my prediction. I win. I win and he loses. Kennen Yasuo Copium? I'm very high on that Copium. That doesn't work, buddy. That's a question mark. What? Do you know how this card works? Oh lord. It's checkmate. He plays Sedge, I play Mina, I win. It's checkmate. He somehow played around Mind Splitter the whole entire game. For some reason, he just played around Mind Splitter vehemently. For some strange reason. I don't know why. I'm new to the game, would love if you won't critique my deck, been having fun with Elise Thresh. Decided to build team and want to know what you thought? Sure, buddy. I'd be happy to. Just send me a deck list. Welcome to the game, by the way. Hope you're enjoying it. It's checkmate! It's actually just checkmate. It's over. What could... It's over. Unless he... I have both denies. He couldn't have nabbed my deny. It's over. It's actually over. And then I just twin onto my scatter pod and I win. As long as he doesn't have like an elusive. It's over. Oh, order. I could have burned a champion. Whoopsies. So I could have recalled the thing first and I could have burned a champ. Oopsies. Yeah, I know. But it's over. I'm too excited. It's just over. He can't win. Fuck. Arrgh. Okay, maybe it's not quite over. Slightly frustrating. No, wait, don't I? Do I have lethal? I just have lethal on board, no? Because he blocks. I have lethal on board. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's just over. Mina's broken. Mina's really, really good. That's not it, buddy. So now he harpoons, I have the denies, I have the twin. This makes him... This forces him to act first, which can't be correct. He needs to block here instead. And then let me twin first. But he's just getting greedy. It's over, buddy. It's actually over. Oh. God, this game's so great. Dude, I love this deck so much. Alright, let's take a look, shall we? Well, we do have double deny for his Jace, though. We do have bulky units, which his region combination kind of struggles with. I can't keep both of you, can I? We hit our one of Zoe classic. Boo. My pale cast. I put in 3 pales for this exact reason, and failing me. Can't believe it. Ooh. Well, I probably wouldn't twin that, but I still gotta be mad. I still gotta be mad. Okay, there's our Mind Splitter, which makes like the lookouts a lot better. I could just like double lookout with like twin up this turn. I don't hate. And if he wants to block here, I could potentially twin, depending on if he has Mystic Shots or not. Like getting this down to 6 mana, like what does he do? Like, honest question. Vengeance, Ruination? I maybe try to find Deny afterward. That's a little bit annoying, because now I don't want to attack with both in. Alright. I don't want to buff this into like a Mystic though. This got a little bit awkward. Just like curving out the 2 of these is so annoying. I'll probably just twin defensively if he gives me a chance. Okay. And if he develops, I just have the Leona here. Pale is a really good card. Nice. Really happy.
I know if I'm quick enough in a fight, I'll never have to meet him.
So I can Pale this to keep it alive against the Mystic Shot. And I also have twin, right? Oh. Do I care? I kinda care. Leona's chonky. Leona's blocker. And he has like no attack here, right? Because I have Pale. I guess if he wants to attack, I'll trade down. I could Pale this into here. Pale this and it survives. This puts it down to 6 cost. Don't hate. Ooh. Oh, it makes Mina 7 now. Or 8. Oh. So now I just play Slaughter Priestess then. Ooh, another one's really good. Written to find me Yasuo. Okay, okay. And now, like, once I find Yasuo, it's gonna be, like, leveled pretty much. This is gonna be awkward because he just kills something and procs this. God damn it. Alright. Well, no, I hope he doesn't have, like, Vengeance. Taking casual 13. God. Okay. Okay. Not ideal, you know, by any means. Definitely not ideal. No Thermal Beam, hopefully. Maybe, like, using the Pale there was, like, a little bit ambitious. I could have just blocked with Leona. Oh, Deny is a really good draw. Sorry. It's hard to handle myself. I have the Deny. I beat like Ruination stuff. Albus. I just play Solari into Yasuo, yeah. Sisters? I think I need the life gain here. And it's like a good win condition kind of card. So these die, and then I have Mina, and that kills like... It kills like 3 more things. Weird voice for dragon? Yeah, it's kind of weird, huh? I'm surprised it's still a dragon. Like, it's like a... It looks like it's been cut in half by like something, but... How much damage is this dealing? He hasn't played any spells, right? Oh, he's played a Thermo Beam, right? So he has 1? Okay. Don't I just win here?
Feet were made for roaming.
And I still have the 9 mana up. This is hilarious. A Victor Dragon? Is that good enough? Oh. God, this game is so stupid. Dude, I love this card. Wait, this sucks insane.